Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see it. And today we got a show that's probably going to piss off some LeBron supporters, but who gives a damn? We're going to talk about it anyway. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So let me describe how my night went yesterday. So yesterday, I was intending to watch the Lakers game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, I think I told you guys the story at the beginning of the season, but I'm going to tell you now. So I tried to watch the opening games on opening night. And usually I watch these games through League Pass because the NBA's charged me already. But then I was trying to watch these games and I figured out, okay, it said you need to go watch them on Peacock. So I subscribed for a year. So yesterday when I tuned in to watch, it was directing me to go to Amazon Prime. And I said, no, I'm not paying. I refused to pay. I'm not paying it. No, I'm not paying it. We could have counted it as a work expense and left it. I said, no, I'm not paying for this. I'll catch the game on the back end, right? And at the end of that game, I found out Luka played. Remember, I didn't watch the game. Luka came back, and in that game, in his return game, the return of the Mac, for real, Luka came back and dropped 44 points. He did have 5 turnovers, though, but still had 44 points, 6 assists, 12 rebounds, on 10 of 13 shooting from the free throw line, 40% from three, although 15 threes is a lot, on 51% shooting. Austin Reeves chipped in with 21 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Marcus Smart in 35 minutes had 12 points. Rui Hachimura had 9 points. Before I get into my larger point, Ayton is not a serious basketball player. DeAndre Ayton is not a serious basketball player. He's not serious. Okay? He's not serious at all. Lakers, we got a problem. And the problem is Ayton. Now, I'm not saying that Ayton should be a 20-10 guy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I expect more out of this guy from a rebounding standpoint. And I've been saying it since the season started. What he is doing from a rebounding standpoint is unforgivable. And it's disgraceful. And you cannot be forgiven. Again, he is out rebounded by another player on the team when he's the tallest guy on the floor. Ayton played that game yesterday in 16 minutes. Thank God they took him out the damn game. He had 9 points, 0 rebounds. 0 rebounds. There's no excuse for that. There's absolutely no excuse with a plus minus of negative 17. He was the worst player on the floor based on this production, based on what he's supposed to be doing. So Ayton is a disaster. But let's get back to the other players. Luka Doncic comes back, drops to 44, which now pushes his season averages to 45 points per game on 58% shooting from the field. These are season averages. 35% from the three. 78%, 79% from the free throws, with 11.7 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 0.7 steals, 3.7 turnovers per game. Those are Luka's numbers. Let's look at Austin Reeves' numbers. Austin Reeves is averaging 32 a game on 50% shooting, 36% shooting from three, 91% shooting from the free. He's literally damn near shooting a 50-40-90 right now, while getting 5.3 rebounds and 9 assists per game with 1.7 steals and only 3.5 turnovers. So the Lakers are out here putting up these great numbers, and I think what this indicates that is now time for LeBron James to move on. Because what I think some LeBron fans thought was going to happen is not happening, which is they thought that the team was going to falter. They thought that the team was going to falter, and is ruining almost every narrative out there that existed, which is one of them, which is LeBron makes everybody better. Did you see Austin Reeves? Did you see this from Austin Reeves when he was playing? These guys are unleashed, and they're playing free. Everybody knows their role. And trust me, if I'm just looking at it from afar, you can tell that these guys believe in themselves, and they feel like they don't need LeBron. I'm telling you from afar, it looks like these guys have blocked him out. It's like, if you want to be here, fantastic. If you don't want to be here, fantastic. And you want to know an inside inclination that I'm having? I'm also inclined to think that JJ Redick feels the same way. Yeah. These guys have moved on. I heard a quote earlier this season where they asked JJ Redick about LeBron James. He goes, in terms of like him chipping in some advice, he's like, if you have something to say, speak up. Meaning, if you want to contribute to what we're doing, speak up. But JJ has tuned LeBron out. You could tell. He's tuned him out. They've all tuned him out, and as a result, they're playing freer. I said it at the beginning of the year. The Lakers were good enough to at least compete. At least compete. If we look at the NBA standings right now, all right, last I checked, okay, we got them here. They're the 5th seed in the Western Conference, right, with a 4-2 record. Now, they're tied for the 3rd seed. They all have the 3 seed, the 4 seed, the 5 seed, all are separate, have the same record. But bear this in mind. They have been without LeBron James, who's a star player. Nobody's saying he's not. And they've been without Luka Doncic as well. And they have still found a way to be competitive. So as I said from the onset, this team is good enough to be a good team, a middle of the pack team. I don't see them being a top 4 seed in the West. If they are, I'll be floored. But they're good enough to be a top 6 seed in the Western Conference, which is what I thought they would be. Now, based off of what we're seeing from Andre Ayton, they're going to have to do it, it looks like, in spite of this guy. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm looking to move this guy at the trade deadline. He doesn't look to be serious to me. He doesn't seem like a serious person to me, Andre Ayton. When you're putting up this level of production, and I'm not one of these guys that would like to blame role players. I'm not doing that, but you should be playing within yourself. At the very, I'm not saying you should play like a Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett. No, but you should be playing within yourself. And Ayton is not doing that. So it looks like they're going to have to do this in spite of this guy. In spite of this guy. Give you some numbers here. Every other year, every other team Ayton has played on, he averaged at least 10 rebounds a game. Some years, 11 rebounds a game. This year, he's averaging 7.8. That's inexcusable. I don't know if LA is too distracting for him. I don't know what it is. But that's inexcusable. Even with the lackluster play of DeAndre Ayton, they're still finding a way to win games. That speaks to coaching. That speaks to belief. That speaks to chemistry. And trust me, man, I'm telling you, this is the sign that they need to part ways. I think the best thing LeBron can do for himself is request a trade. That's the best thing, unless the plan is just to kind of lollygag this year and collect your check and then call it a year. Maybe that's the plan. But if you really want to compete, just leave. Go somewhere else. The Lakers will fulfill that request for you. Honestly, that's what I think. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.